worked.
That worked.
Okay. Now we should have audio and video. Everybody, give us a thumbs up in the comments if you can actually see and hear us. So
I can't see the comments.
yeah, we'll get there. So, alrighty. Hello all. So let's see.
You know it's live when
Yeah.
stuff like this happens.
Audio, yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Only took what, 5 minutes of tweaking to get it. So yes, we are very warm. So
81 degrees.
yeah, and it's only going to get warmer even with the AC running.
Oh boy.
It's that time of year. So 80 degrees, that's roughly 30-ish Celsius. So yeah, for our international viewers. So
Loud and clear.
yep.
So yeah, A10 Mini.
So
I
they didn't hear any of the stuff we said before, so maybe we had to just start over.
None of it?
None of it.
No
yeah.
one heard anything.
Yeah.
I shouted out to everyone. I think it was Australia,
Latvia.
India, Latvia,
Yeah.
Sweden.
You.
I feel like I'm going to say something wrong. Barbados, I think.
Yeah.
Scotland.
So, anyway, yes. So it's funny that we're having troubles because I actually did another live stream earlier today. So
Yeah. AC is working, but we had another live stream earlier, Paul, so it's already hot in here before we started.
Yep. And it's been running ever since.
It's on low.
For that one, I actually shut off the AC, and over the course of that 45 minutes, it got really hot in here, and the AC hasn't been able to bring it back down. So it is pretty warm. But so if you missed it, I was actually on the live stream with John Barker over at the Here to Record YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So that's up on his channel now. It was very cool to be able to talk to him for real. I mean, he and I have chatted back and forth on email a number of times over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But that's a great channel to subscribe to too. So he does video production related content. He focuses more on the entry level stuff than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our two channels are very complementary, and I trust what he's doing. So if he does a video about something, I don't bother because I know his content's going to be good. And so yeah, it's not even.
I do the same thing.
Not even competition, you know. It's just like if he does it, I know it's going to be right, and so I don't have to do it. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed to Here to Record, go do so. And John's a super nice guy too, so I'm glad to jump on the stream with him. So we'll be posting a recording of that on this channel. I don't know when. We're backed up on content right now.
At some point in the future. I know I posted something in my stories. It was like when you take on more editing jobs, but you're already flooded with editing jobs, and these two guys sitting on a bench in a flood, just smiling. Well, that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. So
we'll catch up eventually.
Yeah.
Probably today and tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to start with, I'm going to grab the mouse here so I can actually select.
But yeah, A10 Mini Pro.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's Blackmagic announcement this morning. Another video. So it seems like they're going to be doing those like every other week or maybe even every week.
Yeah, I was saying, I made a joke, Blackmagic's going to come out with an announcement every week, and we'll just do one every week, and now they came out with another one a week later.
So yeah.
On the same day.
That
was today.
Yeah, it's been Thursday every time, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Which works out well for what we're doing here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So new switcher in the A10 Mini line. Mm-hmm. Not one of their higher end ones like a lot of us were expecting, but they have a new model called the
A10 Mini Pro ISO.
Yep. And the difference between it and the other A10 Mini Pro is that it will record each of your cameras individually in addition to your program feed on an SSD that you got plugged in. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
I guess that's something you would use, right?
I don't know if I would personally. I mean, I always record in camera anyway.
Yeah.
So adding that alone is not necessarily useful. But the other cool thing that it does is it actually builds basically, well, it's called an EDL, editing decision list, which allows you to bring all that footage into Resolve, and it makes a timeline out of it. So you've got all your individual cameras, and it's got all your cuts and everything. So
I like that. Yeah.
So yeah.
That would make my life easier.
Yep. And the other cool thing is, if because all the switchers are HD, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if your cameras are 4K and you record in 4K on the cameras, you can replace those clips with the 4K versions and then produce a 4K version of what you shot.
Oh.
So live switch in HD and then make a 4K version basically just by hitting a button, really.
If you wanted to upload it later.
Yeah, if you wanted to
4K.
upload later in 4K. Yeah.
Because you can't currently do anything in 4K live.
Not on those.
Not
yeah.
on those.
Yeah, not on the 18
That's
minis.
what I thought.
Yeah. But so that was kind of interesting. But
This is not beer. This is a green tea.
It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's 1 o'clock. It's peach mango green tea by Steez, and it's vegan. It's really good.
Yeah.
They're not sponsoring me.
Okay. Let's see. First comment. Woohoo!
Oh, hey, Paul.
Paul.
I said hi earlier, but you probably couldn't hear me.
Yeah, you couldn't. So.
Howdy from Texas.
I swear. Hey, my home mistake. So one of these days, Paul's just going to jump in here in the middle of a stream and hi.
Yeah, Paul, what are you doing? Come on over.
Yeah.
Just pop in.
So, okay. So lots of hellos. Appreciate all those. It's always. Whit and I were just talking about this. It's cool to have viewers from all over the world. We actually really enjoy that. So.
I had someone message me on Instagram the other day from
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
All right. Lots of no audio, no video comments. Yes, we finally got that
We
fixed.
fixed it.
Okay. Okay.
What are you using for streaming?
All right. So very quick rundown. Center camera is. You know this.
It's a Sony Z70.
Close.
You guys, I'm never gonna get it.
Try another letter.
X70.
Yeah. X70. Yep.
Why did I think it? Oh no, never mind. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
my other
I
ones
get
are
them
my other ones
confused.
are Zs, right? So Sony Z150s, but this one is a Sony X70. Essentially the same optics and very similar imager to my Z150s. The Z150s are actually set up. We're just not really switching between them. That goes to Blackmagic 2ME Production Studio 4K switcher, which then goes to a Video Go from Teradek. It actually uploads it to YouTube. So that's the a short version of it. There's a heck of a lot of other equipment in there, but that's the gist of it. So.
Yup.
Yeah, looks like you got a shout out. Hey, Whit.
Hey. Innovative Media. I think we might have chatted on Instagram.
Possible. All right.
Possible.
All right. Just to be clear, a lot of background noise. Yes, that's the air conditioner.
It's
So.
currently 81 degrees, so we can't.
And climbing with the air conditioner running.
We can't turn it off. It's
Yeah.
gonna malfunction all the equipment in here, and then we're gonna die.
And malfunction the equipment and the Duggan Whit. So.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Paul, don't forget Orem. Hi, Orem.
I said Orem earlier, but the audio wasn't working.
Yeah.
I was
all
saying,
right.
Paul, come over.
Yeah, Paul should just jump over here one of these days. Let's see. Innovative Media, yes. John is great. Yeah. Of all the YouTube channels that do video production related content, his is easily my favorite. It's like I know that his content is going to be good. It's going to be accurate. He presents it very well. So yeah.
I like his accent.
Yeah. Accent from Ireland.
Yes.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay. Let's see.
They need some
Yeah.
updates.
So.
They need some updates on the higher end before they run out of room for the ATEM mini line.
No kidding.
Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah,
like you were thinking
essentially.
it was going to be a higher one that they'd announced?
Yeah, and there's a live stream that I could watch every morning about video production. It's called Office Hours, Alex Lindsay. And everybody on that panel this morning was saying the same thing. Yeah, like they have to be updating their older switchers. Like some of them are 5 years old, you know, in media terms.
They'll probably announce that next week. We'll get back to you.
So, yeah. Okay.
Can you control the Blackmagic television studio with a Blackmagic Mini?
So essentially he's asking if the ATEM Mini can act as a remote control. Answer is no. It is a switcher of its own. If you want a remote control, then you have to get one of their big control panels. They just updated a few weeks ago. Yeah, okay.
Hi Doug, what do you think about Expression Studio from Ross Video?
I've never actually used one. I do respect Ross. They make some cool products. I just haven't used that particular one. So, yep.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a switcher.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
How was your experience with H2R graphics?
Well, that's what we're actually using to display these comments from the YouTube chat. And aside from me screwing up on the way I set it up for our last one, it's worked pretty well. That was completely my fault.
Well, we also did an hour-long Q&A with no one watching. And then we had to do it over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're improving.
So.
What was the question? How are you doing it? Or
Well, how's your experience?
Oh, experience.
Yeah, it's worked well. So, I recommend it. So
you guys talked about it a little bit in the
because it was John that makes it, right? So yeah, I've got again the Here to Record channel. He made the software for doing simple graphics, and it's totally free, and it does a nice job. So very highly recommend. So, yep. Okay.
Any plans on DJP merch?
What do you think? Should we do DJP merch?
Yes, I'm supposed to be designing some stuff right now.
Yeah, that's more stream team focused, but we could certainly.
Yeah.
We got to just do it all at the same.
I like I mean, you have some shirts. I almost wore one of your DJP ones today, the black one, with the big white letters.
Yeah, I would have worn that today, except I wore it 2 days ago. So.
Well, I feel like that's something you could sell.
Yeah.
Like.
What do you guys think of something like this? Just generic. It says video crew. I use this when I'm working for somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, actually, that's a good shirt.
So.
And no one will stop me as I'm walking through a crowd or something.
Oh, all you have to do
Usually
is
I just pretend like I know what I'm doing.
That's all. Yeah, that's all it takes. Yeah.
But I do get stopped, I think, a little bit more.
Wear an ID badge, and then nobody will ever ask any questions. Doesn't matter what the ID badge is for.
And this, without it even plugged in, no one will know. It just looks official.
You get a headset, yeah.
But yeah, we're supposed to be having more Stream Team merch. I just need to design something.
And it isn't just
design
you.
some stuff.
Like I need to refine the designs I came up with and come up with some more.
So we'll probably do shirts, mugs,
water bottles.
Maybe water bottles. I don't know. What do you guys want?
Yeah.
So, and I might do some for mine too, but we'll see.
And we'll promote it here on the channel for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you give a 1 minute spiel on genlock? Is it necessary for iMag, please?
Okay. Genlock is a signal that you send to higher end cameras to tell them when to start capturing the top of each frame, so that all of your cameras are in sync together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so what that does is it allows your switcher to also then be in sync with all of that, and so your switchers don't have to buffer any incoming video frames to make them all line up. Because like in order to switch between video sources, the top of the frame has to always be consistent rate, right? 30 frames per second. You've got to start at the top of that frame every 30th of a second without stopping, you know? So genlocking your cameras allows all the cameras to basically be in sync with the switcher, so that when the switcher is starting the top left corner of your frame, all the cameras are starting the top left of the frame, and so that you don't have to have the switcher delaying the signal. So that allows you to have less delay from camera to final output. Which when you're doing iMag, you know what iMag is? We ever talked about that?
I don't remember. If we did, I don't remember.
It means image magnification. So that's basically when you take a video stream and put it up on a projector in a venue.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so whenever you hear someone talk about iMag, they're just talking about doing a projection screen. So having genlock means that you've got less delay from the signal from the camera going out to the projector. Depending on what switcher you have, that might only save you 1 frame of delay. Like the ATEM switchers from Blackmagic, they're all less than 1 frame of delay. So
do you use genlock?
my cameras don't do it. So
Oh,
yeah, it
so
requires
it has to
higher
be
end,
compatible with
higher
the
higher end
camera.
than what I've got. Yeah, the cameras have to support it, and then
Oh, okay.
in addition to the camera supporting it, you have to run those feeds out to the cameras as well. So all of a sudden you've got video from camera, usually return video going to camera, so the camera operator can see what's going on, and then you have another signal for genlock, and that's in addition
that's a
to
lot, yeah.
intercom and or tally and or whatever else. So it's another very often another cable to run.
Of course.
So yeah, I don't find
It's
it
already
worth
a
it.
million cables to run.
The cameras I have don't really support it anyway, so yeah. Anyway, I hope that answers the question.
That might have been more than 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
What bitrate do you use for the 1080p 30 out of interest?
All right, so this stream we're doing at 7 megabits per second,
Oh yeah,
which
because YouTube does not like it.
Yeah,
when
it
the bitrate
complains.
is really high.
yeah, it complains anything higher than 4.5,
Yeah,
but I do it anyway.
because we're rebels.
And it's a better looking image.
7
And you guys have probably
bitrate.
noticed that the live streams on this channel have looked better in the last like 2 months than they ever did before. Because my Video Go can do 7, whereas my Pro could not. It maxed out at 5, and even 5 was kind of iffy on that one. So
So 7.
yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So
Sounds like your mic has a very rough ducker turned on.
it's probably a combination of compressor and gate. I'll turn off the gate, so you can answer questions for a minute, Whit.
I don't know what. Try compressor. Yeah, there's also, I mean, like someone said, seems like the background noise is more than normal from just the AC. Is it the ducker? Is it the compressor then?
No, it's the AC.
It's
Wrong.
the AC.
Yeah.
It's actually on low right now, and we're going higher in temperature, so.
No, it's on high.
It's on high?
Yeah, it's on high. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's still hot in here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Like once it gets warm in here, it stays warm until the sun
true.
goes down.
Yeah.
So the air conditioner is enough to keep up with all the heat if we start it before
Yeah.
we shoot. But yeah, like having that hour with John this morning was enough for it to get too warm. Okay. Let's see. Lorenzo.
Did the original ATEM mini price drop or not?
No, none of the prices on the ATEMs changed at all. And the new one is $895, so $300 more than the Pro. So now they have the Mini, $295. Yep. Pro.
$595.
Yep. And then
$895.
yep. $895. Yep. Exactly. So.
I win.
High five.
Remember you
Okay.
guys were talking about it. They're gonna have it at each price point, like $100 difference.
Joking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's $295, $395,
Yep.
$495.
Might as well go big.
Okay, another one. Got you mid-drink?
Have you ever done events in or around DC?
No, I haven't. Pretty much everything that I do is in Utah.
Yeah,
So.
that'd be a bit of a jaunt
Yeah.
with all this equipment.
Yeah, the trailer towing the trailer across the country. Ugh. So.
Didn't you? Oh wait, we were talking about Vegas, but we haven't. You haven't done anything there, right?
Right. And the big problem with Vegas is it's all union.
Right.
And
That's what it
we're
was.
not.
Yeah, they're
so.
union. Yeah.
Yeah, like we had a company to contact us, like, we'll pay you pretty much anything to come down and do this production for us. Like, well, sorry, you guys are in a union venue, so we can't.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Felix.
What are your thoughts on the new ATEM advanced panels?
I think they're cool. So those ones
Those are the ones we talked about, right?
Yeah, they announced them 3-4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're pretty cool, and I love the fact that they have a 2ME panel that's not $15,000 now.
Oh yeah, isn't it like 6?
6. Yep. Yep. See, she's learning, guys.
Just remember useless information like what things cost.
So yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I would love to have one, but $6,000 is. I mean, I could probably figure out a way to swing that, but right now, if I had $6,000 to spare, I'd probably buy another camera. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the Blackmagic Pocket Cam 6K? Please.
That would be camera number 2. Actually, I would buy that in a heartbeat if I could sell my A10 Mini. Or sell my Ursa Mini. So if you know somebody who wants to buy an Ursa Mini.
Does anyone want an Ursa Mini? 4K.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you get started in this business?
Well, as a business, I just kind of fell into it, to be honest. But I've enjoyed doing video and audio since I was a kid. This goes all the way back to the time I was a little kid. I think it's
like 100 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't remember exactly what age it was, but when I was 5 or 6, my dad really wanted for me to get a bike for my birthday. I wanted a tape recorder. So that's the kind of kid I was. But I've always been interested in AV stuff. And then just as stuff became more affordable, like into the mid to late 90s, that's when I actually started acquiring my own video equipment. And I was doing it mostly for fun, but work just kind of came up. So I did take a break for a number of years while I was working for Little Caesars, writing their software. But then once I decided I couldn't handle that anymore, I had to get away. I said, I'm going to do video again. So that was 2016.
Okay.
So yeah,
It's not very long.
relatively recent that I got it back up and going again. But yeah, there was about 10 years there where I wasn't hardly doing anything. Just 'cause I didn't have time. I was working 120 plus hours a week for that job. So
No thanks.
yeah. Okay, let's see.
How are you monitoring audio to your headsets? Do you have someone in your ear? I'm new to the production and streaming training via Zoom. Thanks.
So, headsets, like, you mean for camera operators? Is that what?
Maybe like right now.
Oh, like,
I mean, right now we can see
we can see
our
it.
audio levels
Yeah,
on
but
the
that's
monitor.
that's the only way we have to monitor it. So if it doesn't
There's no
sound
one else
good,
here.
yeah.
That's why he was running around for a second. It's just us.
Yeah, we don't have minions to to park in the audio booth.
No.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that's the only way to monitor it right now. And then you guys tell us if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like before.
Yeah, just we do rely on the chat for feedback. It's we can't hear or see what's going out to YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Following on from your chat with John, are you going to do an intro to Dante?
I really should. I think
Yeah.
Dante is one of those technologies that's not super well understood, and there's not a lot of videos out there about it. And it's one of those technologies that everybody should understand because it's very cool. It has made my work with audio so much better. I guess I probably explain for people who aren't familiar with what Dante is. But Dante is basically a way to send audio over computer networks. So instead of having to have analog XLR cables everywhere, it just goes over your Ethernet like any other computer traffic. And there's a lot of equipment out there that supports it. My Yamaha mixers support it, so...
Is that specifically for live?
No.
No? Okay.
But that's where it's going to be used most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Most audio is live. But you can use it anywhere. So, I mean, for a long time when you were here editing, and you were setting up my front desk, that audio was going over Dante just to get to the speakers in the trailer. So, yeah, it doesn't have to be just for live production.
Okay.
So, yep. We probably had to pick up the pace a little bit here. So,
What do you use for IEM?
so IEM is in-ear monitors. So,
Oh, is that what you used earlier?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is a pair of Shure SE 315s. So, I'll put those in, and I was actually plugged in for that stream. I was plugged into my Intercom here in the trailer, which has program audio, but then Whit could talk to me during the stream. Like, at one point she told me I needed to smile more.
Yeah, I think that was my only note.
But yeah, so my IEMs, that's the actual, but I also have for Shure SE 215s, and I have some other random brands. But the wireless system itself, when I do use wireless, is AKG, like pretty much all my wireless. So, yeah. All right.
Are you streaming at low latency or ultra low latency? How does that affect your bit rate?
I am not streaming at low latency, so there's a setting on YouTube which basically allows you to determine how much delay there is from the time you transmit to the stream to the time viewers can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got something that's really interactive, like maybe somebody's doing a gaming channel, you can set their ultra low latency. I just use the standard. So yeah,
how does it affect the bit rate?
it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, so it's basically just a delay, but the actual amount of data that's being sent is identical either way. So yeah.
Interesting.
All right.
When you have a client that wants to show PowerPoint, Keynote, or other, do you require them to provide their own person to run that? I've heard it go both ways. We talked about PowerPoint a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So most of the time, the presenters that I've worked with have run their own. They've got a little clicker or something like that. But I have been on productions where somebody on staff, the production staff, will do it too. It really comes down to budget. If you have somebody that is available, great.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of productions where you don't have any extra people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay.
What would you get as a newer camera?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, I really like my Sony Z150s, and it'd always be nice to have one more of those. You can always use one more camera, right?
Yeah. What about, isn't that this one?
They have a replacement for this one, yeah. Yeah, that's why you get confused, because the newer one is a
Z90.
Z90, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some.
They just like some.
That would be a great camera to have. Oh, if I got that, it would probably be a replacement for the X70. Okay. I probably only really need one of the smaller cameras.
Is it the same size?
Same size, yeah. Same.
Yeah,
the body looks identical. You can't really even tell them apart.
That's what I would get if I needed a more broadcast type camera.
Yeah. The downside to this little one, neither SDI nor HDMI will output 30 frames per second. It does either 24 or 60, and most of the productions we do are 30 frames per second. So anytime I use this camera, I have to down convert it. Or convert it to 60 frame or something like that. So that's a little bit frustrating, because my Z150s will do it just fine. So just a small little issue there. But
interesting.
I don't know. I've considered maybe doing the Sony Z280. I will probably stay in the Sony family, just because I like the look of Sony cameras. You don't want to mix and match between brands.
Yeah, I was going to say, then they're all Sony and they're all similar.
They look the same. Your colors are the same. You know, it's not like you switch from one camera to the other and red goes to purple or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's good to stay in the same brand, especially the same family within the brand if you can. But the Z280 would probably be. Yeah. The Z280 would probably be my first pick, but same time, the Z150 is now nearly 4.5 years old, so Sony's likely to release an update for that sometime soon. I mean, they normally go 4 to 5 years for their updates, so we're probably getting close on that one. So, okay.
How many HDMI out A10 Mini Pro ISO? Can you briefly tell us about the difference between AMP and AMP ISO?
Okay, so the A10 Mini Pro only still has the one output. It looks physically absolutely identical to the A10 Mini Pro.
Yeah, I saw the picture that he brought up.
Aside from the label, you can't tell the difference on the outside. Tell. There's no differences. So it is still just the one output. The only difference really is the recording of the individual channels. So yeah, that's about it. So,
which is a really nice update, right?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
like it's something a lot of people would use
if their cameras don't have recording capability. But the fact that it can build that essentially build a resolved timeline for you, that could be a huge time saver for a lot of people. So
I like that.
Yep.
I would use it.
Okay, I've got another question here about the genlock.
This genlock is like time codes?
No, genlock is just a synchronization signal. Time code just tells you what frame number you're on, and that's it. That's all time code does.
Right. Yeah.
So
genlock actually does it.
Tells the camera when to start the frames. Yeah, exactly. So,
right.
Yep. So yes, it's they're totally different things, but they do get confused because they both have to do with timing. So. Okay, here's an interesting one.
Is there any differences in delay if two of the same model of camera are connected, one with HDMI and one with SDI to a switcher?
Probably not. So it's a misconception out there. The HDMI has a delay to it. It shouldn't. I'm not going to say it never does, but so yeah.
Yeah, and then if you combine both of them, that's not going to make a difference either. Having SDI and HDMI at the same time. Yeah. We just don't like HDMI. It's the devil.
It is. It really is. We've got monitors flickering in here in the trailer because of HDMI.
Because of the HDMI. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we've got some people talking about genlock and whether it makes a difference. Yeah, if you're using an ATEM switcher, genlock really isn't really much of a thing. So you're only saving one frame. So. All right.
Is WebEx easy to use for streaming? I can't find any real tutorials to port WebEx to NDI like I can for Zoom.
I actually don't know. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, you haven't used it. You guys talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
with
we
John.
did talk about it a little on John's. So yeah, I've never used WebEx for anything. So
sounds like it hasn't had very good reviews.
People don't tend to like it very much. So yeah, these days Zoom is by far the most popular. Some people will still like Skype, especially in video production world, because Skype actually has a way to output the individual camera feeds over NDI video over your network. Although I hear it's really problematic. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Any plans on making a video on your 6-monitor computer setup?
I probably should at some point. So. It's referring to the computer that I actually do most of my work on down in my office.
Oh, yeah.
So I have it's actually 7 monitors. It isn't just 6. Just very briefly, it's an AMD processor, Ryzen 9 3950X, 64 gigs of RAM. I want to say 6 terabytes of SSD, and then another 20 plus terabytes of magnetic disk. NVIDIA RTX 2080 video card. I have a second video card in there. I forget what it is. Because you have to have 2 video cards to run that many monitors.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
Most of the monitors are Quad HD, although one of them's 4K, and then I have my Sony OLED monitor in there. So
that's the really nice one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's actually the most expensive piece of equipment I own. It's
monitor?
Yeah, it's a 17-inch monitor. It's the most expensive thing I own.
That's funny.
It's even more than my switchers
equipment.
up back there. So, yeah. Let's see.
I'm thinking of getting into PTZ cameras. Any advice on brands, types, low cost, but good specs?
I'm not really the right person to ask for that, to be honest. I used a Sony SRG 300 SE, and the main reason I chose that one is because it has ultra slow motion. Because that one will do 0.1 degrees per second. That's really slow. When you're zoomed out, you can't see that it's moving. It's so slow. And when you're zoomed in all the way, it's slow enough that you could actually use it as a motion shot.
Oh, okay.
I haven't found any other PTZs from any other manufacturer that will do that. But that was the primary reason I selected that one.
What camera was it?
It's a Sony SRG 300 SE. So we played with it one day. The robotic one.
Oh, those. The weird looking
Yeah,
one.
they look like little
It's
R2D2s.
like a
Yeah. So
robot. Yeah, I remember using the Zoom. It was pretty cool.
yeah, the Zoom on the thing's amazing. We had it set up in the street out here, and we're zooming in on the mountain, and if there was people up there, we could have easily seen them. So
and you use an Xbox controller,
I use an Xbox controller to control it, yeah.
It's right here.
So people ask me what my Xbox controller is for. It's for...
There's also an Xbox in here, but we have yet to play it. But yeah, we were using this to Zoom. It's been a while.
You probably did it more recently than me. All right, let's see.
Just wanted to show support for the channel. Oh, thanks, Ryan Harper.
Yes, appreciate it. Every little donation helps.
Yes.
And it pretty much all goes to her. Let's see. I should stop saying that.
Just stop saying that. I'm working. It's not like I'm getting it for free. Thoughts on the new streaming bridge?
Okay, that was the other product they announced this morning. It's a new streaming bridge.
Oh yeah, you said that.
So it's a little box that can receive video from the ATEM Mini Pros. So you can send video over either your network or over the internet. So if you wanted to stream from one physical location to another, you can use that. So it receives video over Ethernet, and then it has SDI and HDMI outputs. So you could run that into a monitor or another switcher, something like that. So kind of a cool idea. I wish it wasn't specific to just the ATEM Mini Pros. It's like there's times that I could use that, and I don't really use the ATEM Minis myself. But the price was $245, I think, which is not bad for what it is. So yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
How is the streaming encoder quality in the ATEM Mini Pro compared to something like the 3900X and OBS?
I think with this one we need to get the chat room to weigh in, because I don't use either one actually. So I do all my streaming encoding using the VDU products. So I don't know. So anybody in the chat room that can weigh in there, that'd be appreciated. So.
Is there any workaround where we can have both multi-view and program out of AM Pro?
ATEM Mini Pro, and well, it only has one HDMI output. You can use that HDMI output for the multi-view if you want, but then the only program output then becomes, well, you can send it to a live stream, or you can send it to a computer using the USB port, or just record it on an attached SSD. But you're not going to get an HDMI. Somebody's here.
Oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me.
And that's
you could see the whole trailer shaking.
Yeah, the trailer shaking. Yeah, but basically, yeah, you're not going to get the whole quality out of the ATEM Mini Pro if you need multi-view and program. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone in your security camera.
Yeah, they know where that security camera is. That's got to be Paul. Yep, that's Paul. Come on in, Paul.
Hi, neighbor.
Hi.
No, I have a microphone for you.
Did you bring some tools?
I have some show and tell.
Oh, okay. So we need.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Do we need a
You're talking
mic?
about
Do you
an
need a
ATEM
mic?
Mini in here or something.
If he talks loud enough, they'll pick him up. So you can take my seat there,
Can
Paul.
anyone? You guys hear me? I have one of the only Stream Team shirts out there. This is a.
Did you make that?
A unique shirt. Look at this. This is good.
Oh, it's tape.
It is.
It actually looks.
It
looks pretty
real.
real though, like print.
Do you guys like this design? It would be gaff tape.
It would be
Just white gaff tape, 2-inch gaff with Sharpie. But I could make these.
And Paul's going to handle all merchandise from now on.
Yeah, you definitely make those.
Well, I thought I'd bring a little technology from the 60s and 70s, well, even before then. It's an audio technology that, well, I feel bad that Doug,
Oh, you're
we
fine.
don't see you anymore.
You're fine.
What's happening with the screens?
HDMI, man. And
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The stream is fine.
Oh, I brought it to attention. There's some flashing going on over there.
Yeah, it's
From
also
the
hot.
screens, not anyone. But so this is some technology that I brought from the very early stages of motion picture. I'm bringing you guys motion picture stuff. Now you've been talking about video and live streaming, but I'm going to come to the motion picture world to you guys.
Coming
Bring
to
you
you
a little
live.
technology that was used in audio syncing from a long distance away. Okay, so
Oh, I was gonna say, why is it so big?
so the reason it's so big, and I'm just interrupting. Hopefully you guys are okay with just having a little bit of show and tell.
Paul's crashing the party, but
Yeah,
it's a welcome crash.
So this is show and tell right now. So imagine you have an actor with a microphone on in the early days of low budget things, hundreds of feet away from camera, and they have this little slate, and you can't read anything on it. You can't. So a lot of times maybe the slate with the numbers and letters would be up front, and then you would have your clapper sticks by the actor. You wouldn't necessarily hit these hard because somebody's thinking, oh, we're gonna boom these things. All it is some sticks that'll sync from a long distance away, sync your audio and marry your audio and video together. So there's a little show and tell for you.
Did you make it?
I made this actually.
That's so cool.
And that's not the only one he's making either.
So yeah, I'm making another clapperboard because I like woodworking and I like playing with this. This is made out of oak, and I've inset some magnets here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
to
is
kinda
that a
hold it
magnet?
together so it doesn't bounce a lot when you're
You actually
hitting that together. And I did some black stain and some white paint.
Some powerful magnets.
And the
Yeah, there's some powerful
magnets are
magnets.
pretty strong. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got the little handles here that you can hold it.
I'm just waiting to get smacked in the face.
This is forced perspective. It's really not that close. Okay, now react to this.
Oh, I kind of
Okay.
did. Oh,
Anyway,
not a stunt person.
your show and tell,
That's cool.
and my new shirt.
Merch.
Thought I'd say hello,
Merch.
Doug. I was debating whether this should say merch or stream team.
I really
#1
thought it was
fan.
real.
It is a real shirt.
I mean, I thought it was printed on though.
Oh, yeah, like
But we
He's
really
making his
should
own.
make one exactly like that. I'll wear it. I'm serious.
it's,
That would be
my
cool.
I actually like it.
it's my Warner Brothers shirt that I turned into a.
Oh, you ruined it now.
Yeah, I know it's ruined. It's better like this, right?
Yeah, it's better like that.
Yeah, Warner
I like
Brothers.
the stream team.
Took a show I was working on to Serbia, and I'll just cover that up anyway.
Oh yeah, Outpost.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
kind of bitter about that.
So,
Along
yeah.
with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, so thanks Warner Brothers for taking my job away. I did work one year with them, so that was great. That was a good time. Anyway,
Cool.
was I loud enough to hear?
I hope
Any
so.
comments? Any comments on that?
That's some
People
cool
like
clapper.
the
Guys.
clapper though.
Call your nuts, haha. And see, you scroll down next, we display those. So.
So what did you think? Was there an earthquake? This thing is
Oh,
harder
that
to
scared
shake.
the crap. That scared
Like
the crap out of me.
I did it once, and you
I-
guys didn't have any reaction. So I'm like, I got to go sit on the wheel well out here.
Were you watching?
Yeah, I was watching.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you know we didn't have a
Oh.
reaction?
I consider the moves. I was like,
Look,
Paul's
I
here.
reacted.
Production. Oh, okay. I see myself on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
we got three
different
cameras
camera.
going, but
Cam
we
one.
got 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got a lot of
This
monitors
has turned
going
into a
on.
rather unconventional stream for us, hasn't it?
It's better.
You asked for it.
I know we did ask. I said, Paul, come over. You delivered.
I have my badge here too.
Yeah, Paul works with us all the time.
Yeah, don't
He
let-
started
I'm
before me,
DJP.
actually.
Don't let people scan that barcode. It gets out your phone number.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Hey, don't say that. Great. Know that.
Is that your phone?
That's my phone too.
That was quick, you guys. Whoever did that. No, it really did scare me. Like, we both went like this. You weren't as scared,
No, I knew what it was.
Well, I like
but I'm
over here
jumpy.
on the. Where's your program feed?
Upper right.
Oh, right there it is. Okay. So over here, behind him, I was pushing against it because I knew he was sitting right here. And you guys kept on going. And then I was like, okay, that didn't work. I'll go sit on the wheel well and.
And you,
smack
you probably didn't hear me. It's like, as soon as
Oh,
it happened,
you're
I
on
was
the wheel
like,
well.
someone's here.
it. Yeah, no, I did. I heard that.
So anyway.
Anyway, all these A10 minis and their new I/O abilities.
Yeah.
ISO, yeah.
You want to
ISO?
take over
Yeah.
for me?
ISO.
ISO.
Oh, right.
ISO.
I was like, what is
Isolated,
I/O?
yeah.
I mean,
I kept asking him that, because
Okay.
ISO.
But I understand
But-
ISO.
but
I didn't
I understand
I/O because I know
ISO,
I/O
yeah.
is another
Mm-hmm.
term.
Right.
It's because we're film people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't need to know all these things.
slightly different
You guys' life is easier.
in some ways. Yeah.
In some ways, we can focus on one job in film and not everything. Like crew chief, that should say. Or what's your?
My other
You have a
shirt's
shirt that says
What's your title?
engineer owner.
engineer. Yeah, so he
engineer
does
owner.
everything
Yeah.
in the trailer. Knows all the technology.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he has a YouTube channel about this. I can't see myself. Okay.
At the bottom in the corner. Like, oh, there goes my audio pack. Do you want to answer some questions with us?
Yeah.
Paul?
I'll sit here. All right, I didn't know that was directed at me.
Doug, do you want to answer some questions with us on your own channel?
Let's see. All right, so
You should sell one. You should sell those. The
we should
clapper.
have Paul design some merch for us too. He's a pretty
Yeah.
good artist.
Paul, time to go now. Thanks a lot, Go Web Technologies.
Can tell you're wanted here. Can we take a picture of your shirt though before you destroy it? Because I really like that, and I think we should make it for
See the
realsies.
stream?
Yeah, I noticed you like made it.
Okay, sorry,
You
Go
made
Web
it streamy.
Technologies. But there's a stream. See
There's a
how it's
streamy.
wavy?
Yeah, I kind of did that with the logo with the circles. For our
yeah.
logo, the circles. Trying to make it streamy.
Oh yeah, it's like a ripple
Yeah,
streaming out.
yeah.
Okay, we got questions piling up.
Anyway,
Sorry guys.
Alrighty.
Love your shows. Bought ATEM Mini Pro and Hyperdeck Mini. Got the Lex R SD cards, but doesn't show up on the Mac.
What doesn't show up on the Mac is
Oh.
ATEM or Hyperdeck. Yeah. Fill us in a little bit more.
What
so.
exactly doesn't show?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we are actually already answered this, but
Will the Z90 do 30 frame out SDI?
no, it does
No.
not. So. Yeah.
And that's the only reason why you wouldn't want
That's
it,
the
right?
biggest
Because
reason,
that's
yeah.
normally what we shoot
Well,
in.
and the other
so it would
reason,
just be a little bit
the other
more of a
reason is
hassle.
actually more along the lines of perception.
Mhm.
You got a client that's paying you a lot of money, and you show up with a little tiny camcorder. You're like, what am I paying you for? So
It doesn't look that tiny. You could add stuff to it.
you could, but that size of that compared to the bigger ones, the bigger ones are definitely more impressive. People see my Z150s like, oh, that's actually a serious camera.
Yeah.
So yeah. So even though
That's true.
the technical capability of them is very similar, there is something to be said for client.
All you have to do
perception as
is
well.
add a road mic with a dead cat on it, and then everyone will start talking to you. I've learned that.
Yeah.
But people like touching it too, so that's also a problem. But
And Paul's chatting with the people in the chat room.
are you out for blood?
All right, next question.
Do you use NDI in productions?
No, I do not. Mostly because my switcher doesn't support it. And NDI, while the idea is cool, if your switcher doesn't support it, it's very costly and provides very little benefit compared to other alternatives. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
That's cool.
okay. So follow up on the.
Formatted Lexar cards on Hyperdeck, but not recognized by Mac, made 1080p, 30 in ProRes, but won't show up on the A10. Ugh.
Mac should be able to read
They
every
said that.
format from the Hyperdeck, so I'm not sure why that wouldn't show up on your Mac. I mean, it's more likely to show up with HFS than exFAT, but yeah. Yeah. There's Danny.
Canon makes a 40K monitor.
And and so does Sony, and I don't think those are actually the most expensive ones out there. I think you can spend more on monitors if you want to. So, yeah.
Those are probably only in the studio.
Most of the time, yeah, it's like big budget stuff,
Yeah.
All right.
I got one PTZ Optics Z cam, and it sits on the shelf because the latency is so slow.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I haven't used any PTZ optics. We did have one guy who lives here in Salt Lake offer to loan me a PTZ optic so I can do a review on it, so I need to get with him. So Joshua, if you're watching, let's actually make that happen.
So weird. I have terrible experience with pan tilt motion on a higher end Sony PTZ.
Yeah, it's like like I said, that's the one reason I bought that particular model, because it does have that slow motion. Like their $10,000 one doesn't do that. So yeah, it was unique to that one model, and that's specifically the reason I bought that, because I wanted a camera that I could put in the back of the room, zoom in, and still do a nice pan. But the higher end ones it's too fast. It's not smooth enough either.
So is you saying the higher end one is worse?
Yeah, they're worse in that area. So the picture
weird.
quality on the higher end is way better, no question.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the motion,
that's
in terms
the
of motion,
trade-off.
yeah, that's a big
I
trade-off.
feel like I'd prefer the motion rather than the resolution if the motion was better.
And then a lot of it
like
depends on
yours.
where you're shooting though too. The
yeah,
cameras I
that's
have
true.
look great outdoors or in a well-lit venue. It's only when you like an environment that doesn't have studio grade lighting that it starts to break down. But if it's well lit, the image quality is actually quite good. So, all right. So follow up from a comment earlier.
A10 Mini Pro encoder is very good quality. YouTube looks great.
Cool. That's good to know. So yeah, I don't have any personal experience with that. And then follow up on OBS.
Oh, I don't think that one.
There we go.
OBS has much more flexibility to get better looking out of the lower bandwidth. Mostly software encoding in general, I think, does look better at lower bit rates, but not significantly.
Okay, there you go. So we got a Hi Paul in here. You may have already seen that. Hi Paul.
Hi Paul.
He's off in his own world.
Hi. That was a while ago, I think.
Yeah, we're behind. We're behind.
It was after the highs. They said, "Bye, get out of here now.
Oh.
Leave."
Some people said they'd buy one though.
Yeah.
What? One of these?
Yeah, that would actually.
Yeah,
be, that
and
would,
your clapper
Oh,
too.
the clapper? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used it.
Sell 'em.
I used it once.
You've used it once?
They thought I was joking. When the
They
camera
thought you were joking?
Was like 100 yards away,
Yeah.
and I told my assistant, "Go out and use that clapper." And they're like, "Why do you have that?" Like, because we only have one mic. Our budget is so low. We don't have a talkback right at the mixer to get the sound of the sticks hitting. So I don't know if I explained that very well, but
That's smart.
Yeah.
You could use that.
Okay. So I just want to see if this one fits.
I'm renting an ATEM TVS Pro 4K soon, which has scalers on the inputs, and need to bring in a guest laptop. Can I get away with a simple BMD HDMI?
HDMI.
Long question.
Yeah, bring it up again.
Can I get away with a simple BMD HDMI to SDI converter and use the mixer scaler?
You certainly can. We did post the Stream Team episode on connecting a computer, didn't we? Yeah,
That was our last
Yeah,
post.
so go back and watch that one. So we actually specifically addressed,
Tuesday.
just barely addressed that very question. So got a whole episode
In
about it.
detail.
Yep. So yeah, this monitor's flickering like crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I like to pop a balloon for sync. Nice.
I like to pop a balloon for sync and find the frame where it's not there.
That's pretty good. That would work pretty well.
That's funny. We should do that for the beginning of everyone. Just bring a balloon.
do it when the
I want to
actor
see you.
is wary of it.
I want to see how much
Yeah.
you jump.
Oh yeah, I'd jump a mile if we. Yeah, for sure.
What about like a firecracker?
A firecracker?
And you hold
Right
it,
in their face?
you hold,
Oh, man.
hold it for us, Paul. All right.
Even just clapping your hands makes me jump.
Okay.
Do GoPros need to go through a scaler or a decimator before input to ATEM?
I really would. They're a little bit finicky, a little bit weird in how you get video out of them and getting frame rates that match the switchers. So I would definitely do it. If you haven't bought cameras yet, I would get the Sony action cameras over the GoPros. Better image quality, way easier to interface with a live production system. So, but I realize a lot of people already have GoPros. So.
Yeah.
So, but by the time you add a decimator, you're well over the amount of money you spent on Sony anyway. So, yeah. Okay.
What happens if you connect different resolution frame rate sources to BMTV
TV Studio.
I understand it can only be set to one format of all the ins and outs.
Television Studio HD does not have scalers, frame rate converters built in. So you need to make sure that all the devices that are connected to it are at the same resolution and frame rate as what you have the switcher set to use. So.
Okay.
Yep. So that's one of the big benefits of the ATEM Minis. They take care of that for you, and they have. If you had the budget, you can get the 4K version of the Television Studio, which also does have the scalers built into it as well. So that's an interesting product. I never hear people talk about it. It's $3,000, 8 inputs, all SDI, scalers on every channel. And they have the HD version of it, which is $2,300, so it's only $700 less.
Oh.
And it doesn't do 4K. Doesn't have the scalers. Only has 4 SDI. But I'm not sure why anybody would buy that one instead of just get the 4K version of it. So.
Yeah, they probably did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Might
Okay.
as well spend more.
This monitor is flickering like crazy. I know what I can do to help that. Maybe.
So, Paul,
Hi.
what's new besides that?
Well, starting a movie next week
You're starting a movie next week?
called Hot Chocolate
Hot
Christmas
Chocolate
for
Christmas.
Hallmark Channel. It's
Wow.
gonna be so great.
Hot Chocolate
Is
Christmas.
my mic on?
Kind of.
Seeing how it's my mic,
Yeah.
your mic.
It's my mic, but close enough.
All right. Let's see.
Off topic, what is your view on using two-way radio for comms if you have a good coverage reception?
I'll let you take this one, Whit. Like walkie-talkies.
Oh.
£300.
I mean, being on set just makes things go by quicker because time is money and you don't want to be having without comms. Even when I did my short film, to text people or wonder where they are, and so just to quickly get on comms and tell people to shut up or tell people where you are, that you're rolling. There could be someone outside a door that you can't talk to immediately, and so you need to talk to them. People on sleep, people who are doing DIT. It's just a great way to talk to your crew. I wouldn't, like, if I would choose between comms and no comms, I'd definitely choose comms, no matter how small
How
the
about
production.
as a replacement for intercom in a live production environment? I'll share what my thoughts here in a minute. I want to hear what Wade has to say.
With intercom
Mhm.
versus...
Like for a director to talk to camera operators.
Oh, yes. You definitely need to talk to your camera operators because you need, like, what do you mean, like live?
So like when I'm
comms?
doing a live production, the director's calling
Yeah.
the show to the camera operators using two-way radios instead of like a regular intercom system.
Oh,
like
no,
that.
you need an intercom system if it's live
Mhm.
because they can't typically talk back.
Yeah, it's one-way communication.
Yeah. And you want that in their ear the whole time versus just talking back and forth on a walkie.
Tell them about how you set up your FRS,
FRS.
which is kind of handy.
Yeah, it's definitely. So I'll do that in a
okay.
second. Personally, I've had to direct on shows where they don't have a proper intercom system and we have to use two-way radios. Hate it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a terrible
Absolutely
idea.
hate it because I use both my hands when I'm directing. So I use my left hand on the preview buttons and then I have my right hand on the T-bar or the cut and auto buttons or whatever. Having to do a two-way radio at the same time, no, it's awful. Not only that, but there's always a delay. You hit the button to talk, and there's always like a half-second delay before people can hear you. So it's like you have to remember, press the button, wait, and then talk. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
The
don't
two-way
do two-way
radios are awesome for setup
for sets and, like,
while we're setting up and tearing down,
Yeah,
and the
setting
intercom
up,
is
tearing
inactive, where people
down,
need to
and-
wander away from cameras, to the point where I actually have I have random radios randomly appearing on my desk. But I have my two-way radios interfaced into my intercom system. So at any given time, someone can just pick up a two-way radio and transmit, and that actually goes into my intercom. So anybody on camera can hear that. If someone needs to wander away, they can just use a two-way radio to communicate with us. So yeah, as a replacement for intercom, I would say no, don't do it. But as a supplement to a proper intercom, absolutely, yeah. These have been absolutely invaluable. In addition to an intercom, not as a replacement for it. So.
yeah. All agrees.
It's too bad my desk doesn't have a place for 3 people to sit.
That's all right.
Okay.
Any review on Rode Wireless Go mics?
I haven't used them. Have either of you used the Rode Wireless Go?
No. I mean, I've used Rode mics, but I don't think
Not
I've
to
used
go.
that specific one.
Yeah.
If someone wants to send us one, we'll do one.
Yeah.
A free one. We'll do a review.
Road. I'm on road.
Yeah, Rode.
Where's Rode
Rode,
at?
if you're watching, send us some stuff for review. Oh. Okay.
Bolin Technology
Not
has
familiar.
some really great PTZ BC9 with Sony sensors, Zeiss lenses, constant aperture, high level, not cheap though.
Yeah, that's the way all these PTZ cameras are. They're all expensive.
Oh.
So that's the way it goes. But good to know that there's some good ones out there. All right. And someone else also commenting on the Bull one as well. So right after.
Well, and make the cameras for Bird Dog. I've seen some great footage from the P200.
All right. Okay. There we go.
Could you please talk about the tilting solutions in live stream?
Titling solutions.
Oh, titling.
So I'm probably not the right one to ask about that, to be completely honest. Since I have a background in software development, I wrote my own. And
oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, I haven't really used anybody else. I mean, I'm using John Barker's Here to Record graphics, H2R graphics for this. But for anything else, I use my own, or I pre-render. The last couple big productions, I've actually pre-rendered all the graphics, all the titles ahead of time, and I use Premiere or After Effects to do that. Mm-hmm. So, but in terms of producing them live, I use software that I created specifically for that purpose. So it literally has different tabs. Like if I want to go pull something off the web, I can type in a web page address, and it'll just let me highlight section of something from the web, and I can do lower thirds just by typing in somebody's name and hit a button, and it does it. H2R Graphics does that as well. So yeah, if you're looking for something good and free, H2R Graphics is a good way to go. So, all right.
It'd be great if at some point you guys could do a vid on Blackmagic time code,
Yeah.
particularly RP1888 versus LTC.
I consider it if I'd ever done anything with it, but I don't really do much with that. So I found that time code in multicam productions is more of a hassle than anything. So I generally don't bother. It's usually not that hard to sync up cameras in post.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when I go to edit, I don't ever even think about it. I don't need to use it. It's not a problem.
The one trick that I would say, always record audio on your cameras. That makes such a difference in trying to sync things up later. It's like you get a feeling for what's going on. It's like most of us don't read lips very well. So you got somebody talking on camera, you have no idea what part of the video you're looking at. But if you've got audio, it makes a huge difference. So.
Or you just go like this.
Yes, hand slate.
Or use that. Paul, that's your
use
cue.
Paul's, yes. So everybody buy one of those. I'll be in the Stream Team merch store shortly.
Yep.
All right. There we go. Add Paul to the panel next time.
Yeah, we should. We'll get him a mic.
He can sit in your. He can sit up here on
we
the desk.
could move this.
We can take
like
the,
we did last time.
This desk does come out, so.
Yeah.
Drill a hole and I'll just put my head through it.
Oh yeah. That would be a weird stream, but.
I'll be Zombie on Pee-wee's Playhouse. Just a head.
Just a head.
Alrighty.
Have you used any of the roll-in switchers like the HD one or SD one?
Not recently. I used some of the roll-in stuff a few years ago, but I've been almost exclusively Blackmagic for the last little while. Typically I need to buy something to review it here on the channel, and I'm not exactly rolling in the money here, guys. So.
Yeah, usually reviews are sponsored in some way.
The products that are provided for us, or things that I already own.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. So, let's see.
What software do you use to show tweets in your live streaming?
So, well, for this one, we're doing H2R graphics. But I've never had to integrate social media into a live thing before. So,
yeah, so this is just H2R graphics.
Yep.
And how do you find that then? Just Google
from
it?
HereToRecord.com.
Here to record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, if I had to, I'd have to do some research because I've never had to do it. So, yeah. Okay. It's hard to read when it's flickering so much. This is gonna be a long one.
VMD do seem to like releasing products that make ones they released last month redundant, but not updating really old products, like 8 years.
You need to get it again.
For the 2ME control panel, 2 months for the A10 Mini.
Yeah, that is a little frustrating. So, I mean, I don't want my switcher to be obsolete, but at the same time, it's frustrating that they're not releasing a new product that has the features that are in their cheapest product. So
Yeah, that seems odd. They'll probably announce something next week. Seems to be happening.
Okay, is that a question? I can't tell.
Hello, I use the DaVinci Resolve 16. I recently bought an audio interface for voiceover recording. However, I do create an audio track and put the interface in hand in the audio that I can make.
Is that a question?
Maybe they mean, can you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not a Resolve guy. I don't think
I've never used Resolve.
Yeah, Paul never has either. So.
Yeah.
I've used it a little bit.
Oh, you've used it?
You know about the
For
audio
like 2
features?
hours.
Okay,
Oh, for 2
2 hours
hours.
of experience. So. Okay.
I've been meaning to like look into it just because I've heard so many things, and I went to the Blackmagic panel at NAB last year,
Mhm.
and they talked about DaVinci Resolve.
Right.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, you like it?
It's okay.
I'm just so used to Premiere and all the Adobe stuff that I just stick with it. But hello from Peru. Hola. My best friend's from Lima, Peru.
Nice.
Cool.
Lima Vesta.
Nice having the international audience. Okay, Danny.
Any suggestions on teleprompters?
I don't have any experience with them. When I needed one, I built my own. So, and again,
your own?
use my own software. It's the
Oh,
same
yeah.
software that I use for everything else graphics. It has a prompter capability in it, and it uses an Xbox controller. So speed up and slow down with a thumbstick.
Yeah.
So people really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paul actually got me a sale with that with the local production company. So.
I've just used teleprompters with my iPad.
There are a lot of people doing that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a pretty
it's
popular
really
solution.
easy.
Yeah, where you have the iPad and then you have the iPhone or phone to control it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. The big
Yeah.
problem with that is the iPad screens are kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make the text pretty big, but yeah.
Yeah, but if
There's
got
only so much you can do if
your
they're
talent
far away.
is far away.
Yeah,
you
if they're
kinda
too far
have a
away.
lot,
But
so.
typically it's just for people who are stagnant,
Yeah,
just sitting
It's
there.
a mirror glass.
My-
It gets expensive.
My own
Yeah, the
prompter
glass,
has
yeah.
a 17-inch screen on it, so it's pretty good size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Doug, your custom HyperDeck software would be able to work for instant replay of EVS?
And that's kind of the idea behind it. I don't really do many events that require instant replay, so I haven't put any work into it for a while. So, yeah, I wish I could wish I had more information. The big problem with the solution that I've got with the HyperDecks is it can't play and record at the same time. It can either be recording or playing, not both. So if you've got some sort of event going on where something might happen while you're doing an instant replay, you're going to miss it. Whereas something like EVS, it's always recording, so you can rewind at any point.
Yeah,
So
that would stress me out. Like, I hope nothing happens while we're replaying the shot.
now for a lot of the sports, especially the ones that are popular here in the U.S., it's not that big a deal. Like football, there's a break between plays. Basketball, they
Yeah.
often go on break, and they don't tend to show instant replays except during the breaks. But if like soccer or football, as the rest of the world knows it, like
Yeah.
it just goes, So no
Right.
no stopping.
Not much happens in soccer. Someone's gonna yell at me.
Of course, especially with the international audience we
know.
have. All right.
Where do you get your fiber?
Mostly.
From vegetables.
Yes. not me though.
Because I eat mostly plant-based, so I get lots of fiber.
So you insert the laughter.
Where's the laugh track?
laugh track? Yeah.
So I get my fiber cables mostly from fs.com. Although I've gotten them from Amazon, I've gotten them from Markertech, I've gotten them from, I think maybe I've gotten some from B&H, I can't remember. But these days it primarily is fs.com. Oh, I've gotten a lot off of eBay too. You get some of the more unique cables out of China from eBay. So like my 12-strand,
Yeah.
my 24-strand cables. No, the 24 I got from FS. My 12-strand fiber cable I got from eBay. So
We have a whole episode on fiber for the stream team.
Thanks, Paul.
Did we post that yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna edit that today. We're gonna have a whole episode in detail. It's pretty long on fiber, like everything about fiber. So watch out for that.
So you guys can stop asking. Just kidding.
Yeah. It's a video reference, so anytime someone asks, like, go here.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Interestingly enough, I have, I mean, we mentioned it in the fiber video, but I've never mentioned it anywhere else here on the channel. So you guys know that I post links to different products in the description, and we do little pop-up graphics. Mm-hmm. So I keep track of which of those links are being clicked on. By far, I mean, it's not even close. By far, more people click on the links for the fiber products than anything else. And it's, of the top 10 links that are out there, like 8 of them are fiber. And the jump from the fiber to the next is like 2 to 1.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That
You guys
is
are
weird.
so interested in fiber. So we decided to make another video about it. So, yeah. All right. Hacking Hollywood.
Any experience with Bird Dog products?
I have not used any Bird Dog products, so they specialize in converters. They're known for their NDI converters primarily. But yeah, since I don't use NDI, I've never actually used one of the Bird Dog products. So. No. Let's see.
Fiber cable, that is. Haven't ever used it. How does it handle multiple feeds?
Okay. Can you answer this one based on our... If not, it's fine.
How do you use it based on...
How do you get multiple cameras over fiber?
Oh.
It's multiple strands of fiber, basically. So
Yeah.
So
I was like, I don't have a great technical answer for that.
yeah. So my main
Plug it in.
trunk cable that I have to go from the trailer inside a venue has 24 individual strands of fiber in it. So the cable itself, and it's going to magically appear in my hands just momentarily. It has 24 individual strands in it, even though it's just one cable assembly. And the 24 strands can run 10 cameras plus an Ethernet plus, yeah. So
You should just come and be our assistant, like when we need to grab things really quick.
So this cable has 24 fiber strands in it. So there's 24 individual signals that are traveling over this one cable. So that's how you do it. Yeah.
And how far does that one reach again?
This cable is 150 meters, but fiber in and of itself can go really far.
Yeah.
The Blackmagic products are rated at 10 plus kilometers. So you need to run a signal long ways. Fiber's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, mysterious stranger.
Mr. Stranger.
Yeah, ProPresenter. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've got a question about
ProPresenter
social
can integrate social media comments pretty well. We've used it a few times.
Yeah, I have heard that before. So yeah, I've never used ProPresenter. I hear really good things about it. People are always commenting about it on my channel.
Huh.
They keep telling me you should get ProPresenter. I'll take a look at it at some point. But I do have solutions for pretty much everything that I need at this point. So yeah. Okay, here's one.
If you were given $100K to upgrade your trailer, what's the first things you'd upgrade change? My life. I wouldn't put that in the trailer. What would you do?
Beefier air conditioner.
Yeah, that would be definitely a
That
good
would be very welcome.
investment.
Yeah, so I would like to have all my stuff be 4K 60 frames per second instead of 4K at 30 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
I would also like to have a generator on board instead of having to scrounge for power all the time. That's always a hassle.
Yeah.
But
Is that $100K worth of stuff?
well, yeah,
I guess
yeah, pretty
AC
much.
is pretty expensive, isn't
pretty
it?
much is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much. Yeah, our screens will no longer flicker.
That's right. Yeah, that would be solved with air conditioning. So, yeah, MJ.
Does your camera support tally light? If not, how do you solve it? How your presenters know what camera they are on?
Okay, so my cameras themselves do not. My silver camera converter boxes do. They have a little red LED on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty small. It's not something that people are going to really notice. So
I didn't even know that until you pointed it out to me, and I've used them.
yeah. Yeah.
So I was like,
the camera operators can tell because they see a red box around their video.
Yeah, on the monitor.
But talent, though, that's another issue. I am in the
yeah.
process of trying to acquire some tally systems right now. I've got 2 manufacturers that have agreed to send me some. So I will be doing some reviews on a couple. And if there's any other people that make tally systems out there that want me to take a look at it, get in contact with me. I'd love to include a wide variety of products in that review. So, okay.
Doug, how you find MTP long-term durability?
Okay, so MTP is that connector that's on the big fiber trunk cable. That's what they call it, is MTP. So far it's been fine, but I haven't used it that many times yet. I've only had that cable since February. So, and with COVID going on, we do more single camera events than multi-camera events. So use of the trailer is down a little from what we were.
But so far so good?
So far so good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright.
I really need to pick a fiber standard. Currently have LC IP67, optical con duo.
And quad,
I
yeah.
almost got it.
Yeah, almost. So, yeah, but they all interact with one another. So I use LC to cameras, and then I use the MTP on my fiber trunk, and it doesn't require anything other than a simple, very, very simple adapter cable. So you don't necessarily have to. I mean, they all do work together. Okay, this next one, I'm surprised nobody has ever asked this one before.
How do you custom shortened URL?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
so
we do that all the time.
So like my djp.li and my streamteam.link. I wrote software
I was
to do
just
it.
gonna say, did you write the software?
Yeah, I mean.
Should we just turn this monitor off?
Yeah, maybe so. It is a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, I wrote my own software. I mean, I've been doing web development for 20 years, software development in general for, let's see, how old am I now? So 43 years. So, yeah. So I just wrote my own, and then.
But how would you do it? Like, how would you find something that? If you're not a software engineer.
There are a whole bunch of services out there that do it. So
Okay.
Just search for URL shortener. There's a bunch of them out there. So, but the nice thing about writing my own is it doesn't cost me anything. So.
Yeah, and you can do it really
And then when we
quick.
brought up the Stream Team website, I just copied my code for the other one. So I think literally it took me 10 minutes to create the link shortener for that one. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Any thoughts on producing TGA files if you don't have Photoshop?
I don't have a good answer for that one.
What's TGA?
Targa. It's an image file format. It's Blackmagic's preferred file format for doing graphics on the ATEM switchers. I always use PNG. They've always worked just fine with ATEM. So I mean, I tried some Targa files initially and found that the PNGs work better. So I just been using PNG ever since.
Interesting.
Let's see. Are we? I'm caught up. Yeah. Right. Here's another one.
A cheap way to use a tally system is to use old iPhones and the Strata
View.
Light app. It allows you to fill the entire screen with any cameras, blah, 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 blah.
And then you pick from the ATEM interface. Yeah. So I've seen a number of solutions that are popping up online for using iPhones or similar for tally. So that's fine if you already got the hardware, but I'd hate to buy iPhones just for that purpose.
I know.
That'd get real expensive real fast.
Plus, I don't think I'd want to show a client look at this old iPhone to see if you're live.
It'd be nice and
I
big.
guess if you needed one, yeah,
So
that would be a good alternative.
yeah. So and then Hacking Hollywood.
We use the Flex Tally, works pretty well.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that I'm going to be reviewing. So I've been in chat. I've been talking to them, and they're going to provide one for me. So that's one of the ones that will be coming in for testing. So we caught up.
I think we got another donation too
Oh, did we?
somewhere.
Yeah, it rolled off somewhere.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's from Mark. Thank you. We appreciate it.
So I go straight to Whit. I got another one. Another couple came in.
I just got a Raspberry Pi. would you do it with it in the video related stuff since you have software background?
That's a good question.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's Raspberry
So there's
Pi?
these little
Sounds made
tiny,
up.
super inexpensive computers.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're single board computers. They're about this big, about the size of a deck of cards. And they're not super powerful, but they're also really flexible. It's really easy to plug other stuff into them.
Zoom controller?
There you go.
Zoom controller?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the channel before, but I would love to do a Zoom controller for Sony and Canon cameras. It's based on Raspberry Pi. And I'm not going to reveal everything I want to do with it because I don't want anybody to steal my ideas. But I would do some very, very cool things. So, but yeah, it's like the Zoom controllers that I like to use have the push buttons. You can't buy those anymore. And the
Oh.
Raspberry Pi would actually do that pretty well.
Mhm.
So that'd be a good start. So.
It's
Yeah.
a weird name.
Yeah.
Raspberry.
Yeah. All right.
I hear SDI is more reliable than HDMI, but cameras with SDI are hundreds of dollars more. Is it justifiable? How unreliable is HDMI?
How unreliable
Well, we only
is
got so much time, but the reason this is off is because of HDMI now. So
Yeah.
there's one.
Yeah, HDMI has just caused me way more grief than it's been worth. So
SDI is not. I guess it is expensive.
the cable's not.
The cable isn't.
The camera is the include it can be, but
Okay.
you can get converters. Blackmagic makes a converter for less than $40. They'll
Mhm.
convert to HDMI to SDI, and then you can run that signal for a couple hundred feet.
You're still using HDMI in the chain.
So an HDMI in the chain, but it's far better to convert it from HDMI to SDI at the camera early,
Yeah.
and then just to have SDI from then on out. Because like long runs of HDMI are notoriously unreliable. So
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we talked about it in the fiber episode, right?
mhm.
Yeah. So that should be coming out here soon, and we also talk about
No,
why.
it's hard. That was in the camera episode, so it actually.
it?
Yeah, that's right.
But I think we talked about HDMI and fiber too, didn't we?
Maybe a little.
I don't know,
But
I'm
yeah,
getting all
but
confused.
the Zoom controller was
All
part of
these
the
episodes.
camera episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's already out. So, yeah.
Did you want that one for review?
I didn't touch it. So you're a moderator.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay. Okay.
Do you have a video on how to use waveforms and what they can do?
I have never done a video on waveform monitors or vector scopes. I probably should. Got,
Yeah, we have that.
got this one back here. It's flickering. heat related issues. I should do a video on that because those are indispensable for making sure your exposure is right and for color matching cameras.
Yeah,
So
makes it really easy and reliable.
yep. Let's see.
URL shortening services can cause problems with spam filtering, wrecked deliverability on a bunch of Zoom registration emails.
Yeah, they can be. That's more true with the popular ones because the spam checking software knows to check those specifically. But it's like my channel gets so little traffic, my website gets so little traffic that it hasn't caught anybody's attention. So it's been fine.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah. Oh, here's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
I have built Zoom controllers with our
Arduino.
Arduino in addition to PT controllers.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. We should do a big community project around that because I mean that's an area where good quality products are really lacking, and it's not that hard to do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you buy the new ATEM switcher to use it as a 4-channel recorder?
If I didn't already have the higher end switchers, I might consider it, but considering I have nicer ones, and for me personally, it wouldn't be worthwhile. But yeah, for somebody who hasn't bought a switcher yet, it's a decent solution. Keep in mind though, you're going to get a higher quality recording at the camera than you will through the switcher. So if you're doing it just to not have to record on camera, I would still do the isolated recordings on camera as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people talking about the Zoom commanders. So the Zoom commanders are the Zoom controllers that I actually use and like. You can't buy them anymore.
Yeah, I even get asked questions on them in my stuff, and I was like, why is everyone asking me about Zoom controllers?
Well, because most people who have used the rocker style with these Sony cameras
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
hate them.
I hated it. I've never even used it. I was like, that looks awful.
Yeah, so, and Paul's one who came around, he initially liked the rocker, and then since changed your mind.
Yeah, because I'm used to rockers controlling the lens and being very smooth, but you can't with the
Sony. Yeah. So
I'd rather just mash a button and have one perfect speed
have it
the whole time.
consistent on speed. Yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Doug, since you have a new 12G decimator, do you think it's still worth it to
Consider the Blackmagic Teranex.
Sorry, there's like a light right here, so I'm a little blind.
Yeah, don't blame her for not being able to read it.
I can read.
one of the main
There's
lights
a bit of
is
a glare.
right next to the monitor. I can't see the right half of that monitor at all from here. So yes, I do have the 12G Cross decimator. It's a different product than the Teranex. So the Teranex, we're going to do a way higher quality conversion. So if quality is your aim, definitely still get the Teranex without question. If you need something that's inexpensive, small, compact, easy, the decimators are great. So I keep a couple of decimators in my utility bag because there's so many times that I need to convert this to this, and just like having that box right there, just make it so easy. And the Teranex isn't exactly, it's a rack mount unit, so it's not something you're going to carry around in a bag with you and just throw down on the ground next to a camera or something. So yeah, they're different products, different purposes. So.
Can I simultaneously use the A10 Mini ISO to record the individual HDMI ins and use the webcam feature through Zoom?
Yes, you can actually. So yeah, you can do the web streaming, record the program, and record all of your individual cameras simultaneously. So yeah.
I learned that make your own SDI from you. That helped me a lot.
Yes, learning how to make your own SDI cables is awesome.
You can make your own.
Yeah. I'll have to show you.
Of course you can.
I'll have to show you. It's actually really easy. The hard part is finding the tools. So there's my crimper.
How many have you made, Doug?
Oh, it's in the thousands easily in the thousands. So yeah, so use this to strip the tool, strip the cable, so you put the cable in there, lock it down, twist it around a few times, and then pull the cable out, and then you put the ends on it and stick it in here and crimp it. It really is that easy. So yeah, it's the tricky part is finding the tools. So, but I have a video here on the channel about how to do that. So yeah, you get cables that are exactly the right length. It's way cheaper to make your own than it is to buy somebody else's. And if one gets damaged, chop off the parts that's damaged and make a new cable out of it. So you don't have to throw them away. So it's just way better way to go.
The flickering doesn't have anything to do with Doug's build cables.
Right.
No. Flickering is not us.
No, it's HDMI / equipment overheating is what it is. So yeah. Let's see.
You should start paid online consultancy for the people who want to improve and modernize their setup and skills.
I already have that. So if you go to my website, djprod.biz, there is a link down at the bottom for consulting, and I absolutely do that. So I'm having to enforce at least a 2-hour minimum now. I was originally just saying a 1-hour minimum, but I'm gonna have to do 2 hours from now on moving forward. I've got too many other things going on. But yeah, 2 hours and up. I will do consulting. So yeah, if you have a need for that, then let me know.
djprod.biz.
That's right. Yep. All right, let's.
If you need a script consultant, whitingramfilm.com.
Yep.
And I do tech
You've done quite a few of
consultant.
those now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done some virtual ones too, so
yeah.
You can do it from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, if you need to learn about writing stuff for film, Whit's your girl. So.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Any experience with the BMD bidirectional HDMI, SDI, HDMI? Struggling to get mine to work. Same problem has a colleague.
I haven't used that one actually, but maybe post your problem in the comments and somebody can chime in. So yeah, I don't own that product actually. So yeah.
Thanks for putting all your wisdom and experience out there for us to learn. You're welcome,
Yeah.
Ramiro Valdez.
Yes. So
I hope I said that right.
yeah.
Probably not.
I mean, it's kind of funny that I do this because like I am very much not the sort of person who aspires to be in front of a camera at all. And
Yeah, I don't really typically enjoy it that much either.
yeah,
but
it's ironic.
I like
that-
talking about film,
Yeah.
so that makes up for it.
Right, and I like talking about the video stuff. But main reason I started this channel though is because nobody else was doing this type of content on YouTube. I mean, there's other people talking about some of the more entry-level stuff, but nobody was doing stuff at kind of this next step up.
Yeah.
And so I figured, yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
we're supposed to be getting up to 1.5 million views soon.
Yep, and 10,000 subscribers.
10,000 subscribers. Tell your friends.
Party on.
Because we want to
the
do a
10th.
party and celebrate.
Probably
it.
most likely on the 10th. So, yeah.
And Doug got a tux.
I
so
did.
don't let that go to waste. And I'm dressing up too.
Yep. Her idea.
It was my
But I'm happy
idea.
to.
I just wanted to wear my bridesmaid's dress again. But it's a good reason to celebrate.
Yep.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so Danny.
I like to see content on color matching cameras, particularly my Blackmagic Studio cameras.
Okay, I'll take that under advisement. So,
Color matching.
yes, that can be hard to do, especially
it?
especially if you got cameras from different manufacturers,
Oh, yes.
because they all interpret what good color is differently. So, Blackmagic are a little better about that because you have so much more control over the color settings on those than you do on other cameras. But yeah, it can be frustrating. So, all right, let's see. I think we probably need to start winding down the questions. So,
It's a little toasty in here.
It's getting quite
85
toasty in here.
degrees.
yeah.
Not changing either.
No,
Yes.
it's going up.
Spencer's one of the people we've worked with a number of times.
Do you have any experience with integrating closed caption metadata into your streams?
I never have, actually. You're not the first person to ask me, especially recently. I had somebody else reach out to me in email a couple weeks ago. I don't have a good answer for you. I know that there are a bunch of platforms that do that, but I've never had to do that myself. So, yeah. So, yeah. Hey, look at that. Another donation. Awesome.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
Ricardo.
Thank you, Ricardo.
So
Yeah, say it goes
we
right to Whit.
appreciate it. I'm going to be editing all day today, so editing and with that, my time.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, from Portugal.
Oh, here we go. Here's one for Paul and Whit.
Oh. What is your favorite camera to use in different scenarios?
Whit first.
So for live, my favorite is the X70, Sony X70, because it's light. It's really easy to use. You get a really nice image. It's what we're using right now. I've used it for like a 2-hour concert, and it was really nice. And I did a lot of handheld work, and I was alone, so everything worked perfectly. For film, I really love the Blackmagic Pocket Cam. Same thing, it's light, does really well in low light, has a great image. Haven't tried the 6K. I've only used the 4K, but I really want to try the 6K.
Everybody who uses the 6K says it's better than the 4K.
Yeah, and I've heard good things, so that's what I would want. And it's budget friendly. And then I've always wanted to use the Alexa Mini. Still haven't used that yet. Hopefully I'll be able to use that soon.
Let's go right out and buy one for you. Just kind of
Yeah, that one's a little more expensive. What about you,
And
Paul?
I comment.
And Paul answered in the comments.
Paul answered in the comments.
So we've bored him. He's just reading the comments.
I can move my mouth up there, and if you put it up on the screen, it's as if I'm saying it right there.
Oh, okay. Here, put it up, and I'll speak it.
And isn't there? Let's see.
The only can't wait. Go ahead.
Let's see.
The one that
There you
says
go.
Joshua, I mostly use the Red Cinema camera.
And then
I operate in a focus puller on the Red Cinema camera for feature movies. And you like it?
I like it.
Yeah, you like it?
It's got a sharp image.
Sharp
The red
image.
lenses. A lot of people I use the red
lenses.
lenses a lot with it. Optimos, Cooks, of course, all the nice things. But the red, it's nice and sharp, and that's my job, focus pulling. So it's
Right.
some people complain it's too sharp. But I'm like,
too sharp?
it's not too sharp for me.
Yeah.
You can dull it down if you want in post. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So I like the red.
Red.
And we
okay.
use an older body style of the red, and I'm fine with it. We've done dozens and dozens of movies on that.
You use red almost exclusively these days, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we started with the red one,
Red
and
one.
gone all the way through all the DMC or I forget what they call it. It's an acronym for the body styles. The Dragon, the
Right.
Epic.
I wanted to try the Dragon.
Yeah.
Is it
So
cool?
we actually shoot on the Dragon.
Film
Oh,
nerds.
okay.
So now they have the weapon and the
Weapon.
whatever these
I
other
don't
ones
remember.
are that they made for the astronauts and
Oh, okay.
stuff like that. So I like it.
That's cool.
It's easy to operate the menus. It's very intuitive. You have everything at your fingertips and super easy
Oh, okay.
to navigate.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. So, and I don't shoot film, so.
This is like the one time, like when me and Paul start talking and Doug has nothing to say.
Yeah.
Voice off camera. Try to move my hand. Hello.
I live amongst film nerds.
Yep.
Yep. You chose us. It's fine.
So.
85 sounds cool. Come down south.
Well, it's 85 in the trailer. It's like 100 degrees outside. So,
Yeah, it's a little hotter outside.
So we get pretty warm in Utah in the summer.
Yeah, I think it's going up to 100. It's 97 outside right now.
Yeah, 97.
I think it's supposed to go up to 100.
Yeah. Mysterious cameras appearing from nowhere.
Proof.
All right. Let's see.
It's a dragon.
Soundman asking Paul about Z150s.
Are you using Sony batteries or another brand? I'm needing some for my Z280s.
The Z280, I think, uses a different style battery.
Oh,
The
is it?
Z150 uses this traditional L series, which I don't have handy. There's one right here. Yeah, there we go. So
Is this the X70 case?
that's the Z150. So the Z150 uses this style battery, and then the Z280 uses.
Show and tell.
Yeah. Z280 uses I forget what the series is called, but they use a higher capacity battery. But these work great. Each one of these batteries lasts about 6 hours. And I buy knockoff
wow.
ones instead of the Sony branded ones because they're like a third the price. And yeah, like when you buy 50 of them, that difference really adds up.
Yeah,
So
everything adds up pretty
yeah,
quick.
because they're not just useful on the Sony cameras. I have a lot of other equipment that uses them as well. So yeah. So all right, yeah, let's start winding things down. So all right.
Any advice on playing original music in your live streams working directly with the artist?
Watch out for copyright. Even with original stuff, we got a copyright flag a little while ago.
We did?
It wasn't a strike, but a flag from doing a live stream for an artist of their own song. It's actually happened a couple times.
Oh.
So yeah, we got flagged because the artist that we were streaming for flagged us. So
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, if you're like, I don't know who this is, flag. No. But, yeah, make sure you get the copyright stuff worked out ahead of time. So yeah, music is a
that's the
huge
biggest
hassle.
one. Yeah, it is. I actually had someone reach out to me yesterday from Amphibious Zoo Music in Draper, and they sent me 12 free copyright royalty-free songs. So it is hard to find sometimes.
And even when you find
I've
stuff
had
that
many
you're licensed
nightmares
to
looking
use,
for music.
I know Paul's had this happen a lot too, where you actually have purchased the license to use music and it still gets flagged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. It's a huge
I
hassle.
have 3 pending that I haven't even dealt with.
Yeah.
They're totally.
3 pending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hassle for sure.
So you won't find much music on my channel for that reason, because it's even when you have the right to use it, you still have to deal with copyright issues. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Copyright's never fun.
alrighty. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for now. We've been going for more than an hour and a half. So We have a big event coming up. I know we already talked about it at the beginning.
I was like, but we already
Talk-
said that.
but I'm sure the people watching now are not the same as the same ones that watched at the beginning. So
this channel should be hitting 10,000 subscribers soon. Do we want to say when?
tentatively August 10th.
August 10th, which is kind of perfect for 10,000, and 1.5 million views the same day.
Should be the same day.
So we're gonna throw like a live Q&A party, dress up. Doug got a tux. I have a dress from a wedding, and we're gonna get a cake. Paul, you can come.
Yay!
Yay!
Do you have a tux?
Do you have a tux?
Nope.
Oh, you have your Darth Vader suit.
And it's not a costume.
and not a costume. It's
I thought you were saying
an actual
I thought
actual
he was
suit.
talking about a Darth
has Darth
Vader
Vader
costume. I was like, okay.
Yeah, come in a Darth Vader suit. That'll be cool.
But it's an actual suit.
It's like a black tie suit with
Okay.
Darth Vader's.
Yeah.
all over it.
Vader's
Yeah,
on it.
he's
okay.
like has like an actual
That makes
formal
more
suit
sense.
that has Darth Vader on it. Yes, to clarify.
Can you show up with the suit but with a Darth Vader mask on?
Look that up.
Okay.
I'll try.
Just come in like.
So, but it's not. We're gonna do a live stream for it, and we're celebrating with all the viewers because it's like you guys that have made this all possible. So,
Yay!
so yeah,
we don't really know what we're gonna do yet. Play a game or something.
I'm trying to find a game that we can all play online.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions about that, not something turn by turn, that would take forever. But
Yeah. No. We'll play Scrabble.
yeah.
We're waiting for everyone to like. All
We
right.
have the three of us, and
It's
then
been your turn
one
for
more person
15
can
minutes.
join.
Let's go.
So we're trying to find some game that we can play with everybody on the stream. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Maybe we could do like a funnier Q&A, like random questions. What's your
But
favorite
also,
color?
it'd be really cool if people who watch the channel record just
Oh.
the 20-second video
Yeah.
and send it to us so we can play it as part of the.
Yeah, if any, like someone just said hi from Latvia, we'd
Yeah.
love to hear from you guys. Might be a little more difficult if they don't speak English, but you could
Same.
always just wave.
Well, if they're watching the channel, I probably speak at least
Yeah,
some
I guess
English,
that's
right?
true. That doesn't make any
Send,
sense.
send subtitles.
Yeah.
Or subtitles, yeah. But if you guys want to send us a little hi video, we'll play it on here at the beginning. Where do they send it?
Reach out to me through my website. So djprod.biz, go to contact us, and I'll get you instructions on how to send the video over. So I will probably just create a folder online that people can just drop into.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
So we'll feature people too.
Yep.
Should you do it in the trailer, or should you have some kind of ballroom?
In a ballroom, we're gonna go all out.
Let's use your ballroom, Paul.
Okay.
Let's use your ballroom.
In the
Yeah,
West Wing?
But then
Yes.
that means we have to take everything and set up a live stream. Ooh, that might be good.
And stream
Do
that
BTS
live.
for a live stream of the live stream.
I don't think I want to be setting up equipment in my tux.
I know, I'm like in my long glittery
It's
dress.
going to be the hottest day of the year, I bet.
Yeah, it will.
Probably.
Be out here.
It definitely.
In a
Yeah.
dress, in the tux.
We might have to move it to
We can go inside.
your.
Put it on a green
Your
screen.
room.
Use the powers of green screen. Put us in the
Powers of
ballroom.
green screen. Dude, we could totally do that. We
Yeah.
should. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. So
We'll find a good background.
yes, we always shoot here, but I mean, if we're gonna get even a third person involved,
It's a little-
it's a little tight.
We'll have
A little
some
tight.
guests.
Like black
So,
tie.
not only that, like,
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be sitting down in that
You
tux
could wear
for.
the top
for 2 hours.
and not even have, like red heart shorts.
wear
I don't
shorts.
need to bother hemming the pants.
Oh yeah, that's true. I had to help him hem his pants. That's funny. All right, but yeah, if you guys can share, like, subscribe, so we can get to that.
Yeah, so
really
innovative
soon.
media. So let's see, can I share this one?
And we'll have fun
Yeah, there we go.
celebrating. Can we dress up and send in our photos for you guys to feature?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dressing up is better too.
Yeah.
We'll feature you longer
Yes.
or wear some kind of get up.
Yep. So
I don't care what it is.
10,000 subscribers. I never imagined that would happen with this kind of content, you know?
Yeah.
Nerd stuff, you know? Video stuff for nerds. But 10,000,
Is that
that's...
pushing your glasses
It's
up?
pushing my glasses up. Yep. My non-existent glasses.
So
yeah, it's kind
so
of
where
a
to
big
send the
deal.
video? Go to my website, djprod.biz. Go to the contact us link at the bottom of the page, and just send me a message, and I'll get you instructions on where to send photos or videos. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And we're only 10 days away, essentially.
days
so-
away.
well, a little more, 11 days, I guess. But yeah.
And if you guys get us to 10,000, we'll do it before. If that happens.
Where's your lower third?
Yeah.
Some kind of lower third here. Advertising.
Do it in sign language, Paul.
Oh, we should have done that.
All right. Okay. I think that's gonna do it for now.
Yeah.
We're dying in here. It's so warm. It keeps getting warmer and warmer. Equipment doesn't
So-
like it either. So.
New episode of the Stream Team will be up Tuesday.
Yep.
Talking about. I forgot what we talked about.
Well, we haven't shot another stream team yet, so.
Oh, yeah, because that one's fiber and that's
Yeah,
yours.
that's just where you are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Whit's gonna make a debut on the non-stream team videos.
Yeah.
So. Yes. But yeah, we've got that, and I've also got a review of the Hollyland Intercom.
Oh, that's right.
That we're going to be releasing here probably by the next week or so. And
I have
yeah.
some editing to do. So
yep, I keep her busy.
it's a little hot in here. I'm gonna die.
So
All right.
anyway, I think that's going to do it for now. So thanks everyone for joining
Thanks
us.
everyone. Thanks for your donations.
Yeah, very much so.
We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Give Whit a little source of income there. So.
Cool.
All right. Thanks everyone. See you.
Bye guys.
Stream team